Welcome back, grade 8 learners. You are tuned into your second lesson of term 4, which means it's our final lesson for the year and our final lesson with you in our EMS journey. But look, in today's lesson, we'll be focusing on the different styles of leadership and what makes a good manager. Now remember, grade 8, to ensure you stay tuned for the entirety of the lesson so you can look through our link and ensure you subscribe. Anyone can have a title of a manager, but the real question is, can that person or anybody be a good manager? Now in this lesson, we'll go through some skills or characteristics of what makes a good manager. We'll be going through 5 characteristics of a good manager. Now there are a lot more characteristics that we can look at, so please make sure you remember what your teacher has told you and we can make sure we succeed in our tests. The first characteristic we're going to be looking at is fairness. Now, being fair as a good manager means being consistent in decision making. This is one of the most important characteristics of a good manager. This will help your employees feel that they can trust you, making them feel more at ease to come to you with any problems. Speaking of trust, the second characteristic of a good manager is being ethical and honest. Sometimes it can get tough in the business world out there, and managers could feel the pressure to perform and be profitable. However, it is never okay to be corrupted or unethical when managing your business. I can promise you, grade 8 learners, being unethical and dishonest, you will be caught out. Make sure that you remain ethical and honest. Now, the next characteristic of a good manager is to lead by example. Now, managers have to always remember that they're in a position of leadership, and therefore they set the example for how the business is run by the employees. Now, what this means is that the way they act has to be in accordance with the way the employees have to act. The next characteristic of a good manager is good communication skills. Now, effective communication is crucial. A good manager communicates clearly and listens to their team members so that he or she can serve them better. Managers should always make sure that everyone in the team knows what is expected of them so that there won't be any miscommunication, which leads to frustrations on both ends. The last characteristic of a good manager is integrity. Integrity means being honest and having strong moral principles. Integrity doesn't only speak to who you are as a manager, but also as a person. Great. Now, grade 8 learners, we have covered only 5 characteristics of a good manager. So stop this video as an exercise, write down all the other characteristics that you can think of and share and discuss this in class. Great stuff, grade 8 learners. Hang on with me. We are almost there. Now, in this lesson, we've discussed leading by example. As a good manager, we have to know that there are leadership skills that we can be equipped by to ensure we do our jobs well. Now, we have to ask ourselves, are all leaders the same? Are there different types of leadership? Let's move on to see and to find out. Okay, now grade 8 learners, I want you to think of the leaders in your life. So that's either your principal, your basketball captain, or even your classroom rep. Are these examples of people that have the same leadership style or the same characteristic? Pause this video and have a think. Now, grade 8s, I'm sure you had a good think of the leaders in your life, but now let's move on into looking at the different leadership styles. Now, in this lesson, we are focusing on the 4 leadership styles. Let's move over to the first leadership style, democratic leadership. In democratic leadership, the manager involves the team in decision making. Everyone gets a say and the manager values their input. However, at the end of the day, a democratic leader still has the final say and makes the final decision. This style is great for encouraging teamwork and creativity amongst the team members, ensuring that they feel a part of the decision-making process. However, this style could lead to decision-making being delayed as everyone is involved in the discussion, or sometimes even a voting process takes place first, which will sometimes cause more delays. The next leadership style is the total opposite of democratic leadership. This is the autocratic leadership style. The manager makes decisions alone without consulting the team. This style can be effective in situations where quick decisions are needed, but it might not be good for the team morale. Next up is the so-called laissez-faire leadership style, which is also called the permissive leadership style or the free-rein leadership style. Laissez-faire means let them do. So the leader allows the people in the business to just do the things on their own. The manager gives the team a lot of freedom to make decisions by themselves without asking permission to the manager. This style works well with highly skilled and motivated teams, but it might lead to a lack of direction or can easily lead to an unproductive workplace if the followers are not disciplined enough. Let's move over to the last leadership style, participative leadership. Participative leadership involves the manager working closely with the team and sharing responsibilities. This style fosters a sense of ownership and can lead to high levels of motivation and job satisfaction. You might notice that the democratic style and the participative leadership style are closely related. However, the biggest difference between the two is that the participative leaders actually involves a more collaborative approach in decision making, while democratic leadership focuses on collecting team members' opinions and making the final decision based on their input. Okay, great. So let's play a little game to ensure that you understand the different leadership styles. Now, I'm going to give you a scenario and I want you to put the leadership style that best fits this scenario. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, grade 8 learners, there you have it, the end of lesson 2, term 4, EMS. It's been such a great journey, and remember, in this lesson we have focused on what makes a good manager and the 4 leadership styles. Now remember to like, comment, and even subscribe to the channel for more educational content. But most importantly, remember to use the QR code to make sure that you do the quiz. To me, Nkosnati, I love you all. Thank you so much for being with me in this journey. I'm going to miss you out. Goodbye.